Going through my YouTube, I found this video from Mediocre Tutorials and Reviews. Judge responds to DDG court filing on Haley Bailey, and it's not good. The only thing I know about Haley Bailey is she starred in the live version of The Little Mermaid, which I thought was so good. You know that feeling you get when you watch Disney movies? Even when you were a kid, that feeling of awe and excitement, and that what used to be called Disney magic, the movie had. And she contributed to that, along with everyone else in the movie. It was great. Um, but I've been hearing a lot of things about her right now in custody of her son with her boyfriend, or I don't know if he was her husband. And on the bottom of the video, Mediocre Tutorials is reacting to, it says, often threatening me by using self harm or ending her life. If she's doing stuff like that, she cannot be around her kid, because chances are really good that kid's gonna grow up like her, threatening to take his own life. My little brother in law used to do that. He'd wake up 3 o'clock in the morning and say he wanted Chinese food. Well, there's no Chinese food places open. Now, back then, my brother in law was 8, 9 years old. He was way, way younger than my husband. And he would scream out, if you don't get me my effing Chinese food, I'm gonna kill myself. Where did he get that from? The aunt that was raising him. Every time something didn't go her way, she was gonna kill herself. You can't have this baby who's just starting out with a parent like that. You can't. But let's see what's going on.
Take a look at the first video that I did. I mean, this is textbook exactly what I was saying.
Bro, like this, we pulled over. We pulled over on the spot, bro. We like, bro, somebody tracking us. Listen, we like, bro, somebody is tracking us, bro. We is not safe. Somebody is tracking us. We in the car. Bro, where that at? We outside, listen. We outside.
Okay, what is AirTag? I'm assuming it's an app that tracks your phone. Um, Small puck shaped tracker. An AirTag is a small puck shaped tracker made by Apple that helps you locate misplaced or stolen items using the Find My app. It uses Bluetooth UWB, which is ultra wideband, and NFC technology. The AirTag costs $29 for one, or $99 for a pack of four, and can be engraved for free. If she did that, I can understand why. Not saying I agree with it, but I understand why, because guys like to cheat. I'm not saying she isn't capable of cheating. I'm just saying I understand where she was coming from. But what she has to understand, he's also a celebrity too. And if they are involved in stuff like that Diddy stuff, He will have to do stuff. And if he's not, he's out of the country, he's away from you, he might cheat on you. And look, she's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It doesn't matter. Somebody wants to cheat. It doesn't matter how good the woman looks or how good the guy looks. If they want to cheat, they're going to cheat. It's up to them to have enough respect for you not to do it. Most people don't have that.
Outside the truck like this, looking up under the truck like, you feel me?
Halle Bailey is facing serious allegations from her ex, DDG, amid the custody battle over their son, Halo. In an emergency motion filed by DDG on June 4th, the rapper asked the court to deny Halle's recent request to take their 17-month-old to Italy for work, accusing the Little Mermaid star of being an imminent emotional and psychological risk to herself and...
If she threatened to kill herself, yes, you cannot allow her to take the kid abroad. And what if she threatens the kid? And in a lot of cases, it could be just mouthing off. But we've seen too many mothers put their kids in ovens and then say they didn't realize they did it.
And their child. DDG, whose real name is Daryl Dwayne Granberry Jr., alleged in court documents obtained by E! News that Halle routinely used emotional coercion and manipulation to exert her control over me, often threatening me by using self-harm or ending her life throughout their on and off again relationship of almost 3 years.
Take a look at the first video that I did. I mean, this is textbook exactly what I was saying. Now, it's just an allegation right now, but we have a lot of evidence, including a written statement from DDG's mama to corroborate these claims. Let's go.
With hotels and vacation rentals, Booking.com has something for everyone.
In one alleged instance during Halle's pregnancy in 2023, DDG said she threatened me by demanding that we reconcile or she would go through with the abortion.
And I said, women do this, especially women today. You're willing to use that as a threat? You don't deserve to be a mother. You don't. You're going to abort the kid because the father won't do what you want? You're a piece of shit.
DDG said the actress allegedly threatened to end her life using my legally owned firearm in another incident that same year.
Oh my God. So while she was in his house, she either figured out or knew where the gun was, took it, and threatened to kill herself to control him? Yo, get that kid away from her.
Accusing Halle of grabbing the weapon and leaving their home without telling anyone her whereabouts.
You crazy as hell.
DDG alleged that Halle also stalked him during their relationship, as well as physically and verbally abused him. The rapper wrote in his filing, "Given these threats to self-harm, I believe the petitioner is a threat to our son's safety, such that she should not be allowed to take Halo out of the country to Italy for a period of 2 months." He is requesting that the court grant him sole legal and physical custody of Halo or impose an alternative visitation plan where he and Halle trade off 2-day and 5-day blocks. DDG's filing comes weeks after Halle filed to obtain sole legal and physical custody of Halo, alleging that DDG attacked her during a co-parenting handoff in January. She was granted
Well, if you're willing to kill yourself, what the hell do you care if he hits you? And a co-parenting handoff, who else was there? It's very rare these stars go anywhere by themselves. Very rare.
a temporary restraining order against DDG, who has denied the abuse allegations. E! News has reached out to Halle's attorney about DDG's allegations, but hasn't heard back.
Rip right from the playbook. She's the one that demonstrates odd behavior, extreme emotional distress, often violent behavior, but at the point that she wants to exact control on you, that's when you were putting your hands on her. It's funny how that happens. Now let's get in some of the text messages that DDG submitted. This is back in March of 2024, Haley is screaming, "This is proof. You leave me hanging as a mother. You don't step in when I need you." She got,
You're a star. You don't have nannies helping you?
attacked by the caps locks monster. And this is what she said. She said that, she's the unstable one. She says she does crazy things to the men that are in her life. "I'm begging you. I just found out you slept with Lala in Mexico. I'm going to myself tonight."
There you go. There's proof. Get that kid away from her.
"My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever."
And yet she wants to take her kid for 2 months to Italy without him. Who's going to be watching the kid while she's working? Nannies. But she's complaining she doesn't get any help from him. No, she wants to control him. She doesn't want him going out with anyone. If their relationship's over, that hurts. But you don't use the kid as a pawn or a weapon.
You can have him and let her be his mom. This is
And what will happen when the kid gets old enough and sees this stuff? You were willing to leave him. Keep going, Haley. You're back in batting 1,000. This is like Keisha Knight Pulliam. The guy she was with was married. She wanted to trap him by having a kid. He kept saying no, no, no. And during sex would slip off the condom. Also would tell the guy, "Yeah, I'm on the pill." She wasn't and got pregnant. And then she turns around and calls the guy a deadbeat. He took precautions not to have the kid. You fucked around and had it. Not with other people. From all accounts, it is this guy's kid. But he flat out told you he didn't want it. So who the fuck were you to take off the condom and all this other shit? And then you call him a deadbeat? Keisha Knight Pulliam is a piece of shit for doing that.
absolutely insane. I have never received text from a crazy young lady like this, and I pray that I never do. DDG responds, "I can't believe that you are acting like this. You put your eggplant inside of her in Mexico," she screams. Now, does one think that she was actually going to herself? And, absolutely not. I think
No,
this
because she
is
would have done it
something
already,
that's being
but
done as a
still.
manipulation.
But still, kids mimic what their parents do and say. There's a video of a kid. His father or uncle or whoever it was is just telling the kid no. The kid slammed his own head against the wall and ran to the mother like the guy did it. That's a problem. So she's going to pass off her mental shit to the kid. And she feels like she's doing nothing wrong.
Tactic. Nevertheless, there's more. There's another example back from 2022 where she says, "Answer the effing phone. Answer the effing phone." She follows up.
What if he was working and couldn't answer the phone right then and there? If he's in the middle of filming a video or whatever, he can't just stop in the middle of it to answer her phone call. She feels, yes, you can.
"I'm going to try one more time. I wish within this he would show the amount of times that she's calling. It's probably like 10 to 15 if I was to take a guess within an hour. If you don't answer, it's over forever.
Good.
I'm not playing, Daryl. That is it. He responds, I just want to be left alone, please. She responds, I'm calling for help. Then she says, I have a knife. Then she says,
before ever getting another job again, she needs to go through psychiatric therapy. And she shouldn't have her kid with her.
I'm calling for help. Also notice the quick succession, like the timestamps that she's sending all of these are being sent within a minute time. But why don't care, do you, or is that you? So really saying things to make him care more. So now continuing to demonstrate this sort of manipulation through her crashing out. Then she says, okay, as if, the knife is going to be used. And then he responds, have a knife for what?
But it's so amazing how you women try to justify abusing a man because you're in postpartum or because you're a woman, you can beat up a dude. Like, y'all fucking ridiculous, bro. Y'all think it's okay for a woman to sit here and abuse a dude, stab him?
How long does postpartum last? And she didn't see she needed help? That's like that woman, I forget her name. She was overwhelmed with the housework, the taking care of 5 kids and whatever, and she drowned all 5 kids in the bathtub. She too kept saying she needed help, and everybody passed it off. Take the kid off her and make her get mandatory treatment. Even if she's got to go to like one of those rehab centers to get the treatment. Not that she's on drugs or whatever, who knows, she might be. But she needs intense therapy before she can ever be near her kid again. Period.
Do all this shit that Halle did to DDG and still act like he's supposed to stay with her and marry her and complete a broken home. And this nigga stabbed up. What the fuck wrong with y'all, man?
And let me say this before I continue on. Listen, postpartum depression, through the changing of your hormones, is, it's a documented thing. Your hormones are absolutely going to shift, which is going to shift your mood. However, this is just crazy woman, maybe with some postpartum depression on top of that. But I think that it is a huge damn cop-out to be able to utilize depression, postpartum depression, to do things like this to somebody.
Yep.
It's bullshit. Take some goddamn accountability. You're a grown-up.
DDG went to court today and filed 165 pages showing that Halle wasn't telling the truth. Say it with me. The devil never wins. They still trying to cancel this man because he brought evidence to clear his name. That's insane. The single moms in the Shade Room comment section are going crazy right now. I seen someone tweet that DDG is a snitch. They're trying to make an excuse for her being cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, talking about postpartum. Between her and Megan, that's why people don't believe people when they be crying wolf.
Now look.
And there are a lot of women out there who have a kid, they have no medical, so they can't get the help they need. But there are way more that can and refuse to do it, just blaming someone else. Halle Berry has the means and the money to do it. And all this shit she's doing, she needs to be locked away and have intense therapy.
Looks like for these text messages, we're back in 2024. Hold on, let me move this over a little bit. I just thought we'd do what I wanted to do today since it's Mother's Day. But if you really want to go, you can. I'll just go home and pack. Hello? He responds, if you don't come back here, I'm going to call the police. I don't want you to do something estupido. He responds back, I'm going to give it 5 minutes. You have a son. I know you took my ratchet. It has no safety. So it looks like this is 2 months or so after these initial texts. So,
and if the judge sides with her, it's either a black woman who's feeling for her, a guy who wants to fuck her, or just an out-and-out Democrat, because they will give the kid to her. And then if something happens to the kid, still blame the guy for not doing more.
6 weeks, 2 months after, she's taking his ratchet out of his crib to do what with? Who knows?
I usually mind my business, y'all, but DDG has filed an emergency request for full custody of Halo, stating that Halle Bailey is suing and she's abusive. Also stating she put air tags in his belongings, stalking him, as well as abusing him. He has photos, witness statements, and some more. And he is not around. Oh my gosh. I knew it was more to this story. When that boy said it's in Halle's best interest that we don't go to court, I'm really trying to do this for Halle. I'm trying to be patient with Halle. But he also stated that when they were together, she wanted to abort Halo. She wanted to abort Halo. And said if they didn't get back together, she would abort. He said he didn't want to be with her anymore because she was extremely violent, bro. He said Halle is violent. He don't want to communicate with her. He wants third-party communication. He wants them to communicate through a text app, like through the government. He don't want to meet up with her. He don't want to see her. He wants her to be in his son's life, yes, but he said.
So he's still trying, and she's still gonna call him a deadbeat because he won't deal with her. Women manipulate like this all the time. I don't want you to see your kid. Don't do what I say and you're not going to see the kid. Give me more child support money or you ain't going to see the kid.
He's not doing these games that she's playing, bro. And he wants full custody. Because she is not mentally okay. And the fact that she's unstable, he said that she don't need to be with Halo all the time.
But wait, there's more. We're going to go back to 2023 in June. And she writes, "That's not right. I have to go. I have been so nice. I've been calm. I've not broken your property or anything. I have to go." Again, this is all in the same minute. She says, "I'm pregnant and you're just trying to cause me more stress for no reason. I said this morning respectfully, I'm not arguing with you anymore. You want to be petty. You can be petty by yourself. Stop blocking me. Okay, I gave you a chance. You ruined my whole day. I have to work. Your computer is broken now. Goodbye." This chick is crazy. Hey, so I'm going to stop calling you.
Like Lisa Left Eye Lopez, I understand why she burnt up her boyfriend's sneakers. I understand it. But just because I understand doesn't mean I condone her doing it. Now, she did it in the bathtub probably to try to keep the fire contained. But she's no fire expert, and even fire experts can be wrong about fires just with a changing of the wind, and you can't control the weather. This girl needs a ton of mental help, and she should get it before she's ever left alone with this kid again. And if she starts shit during court-supervised visits and whatever, stop the court-supervised visits until she can learn how to control herself.
You now, you cheated on me. I literally caught you with another girl last night, and today you stole my car, all while I'm pregnant. I can't do this anymore. I tried to call you to tell you I'm not going to go to the doctor. I'm leaving for work now. I'm tired, and I tried. Please don't try and say I didn't tell you when I'm blowing up your phone. Now, with all of these claims, there's actually been assertions that she was putting air tags in his vehicle to stalk and keep track of him.
bro, like this, we pulled over. We pulled over on the side of the motherfucking road.
What the pictures are saying, DDG's friend, Baby Rich, describes the time him and DDG discovered they were being tracked by an AirTag. And the other one says,
we like, bro, somebody tracking us. Listen, we like,
wait a minute.
bro, somebody is tracking us, bro. We is not safe.
DDG's mother says Haley Bailey placed multiple AirTags in DDG's vehicles, claiming Haley allegedly popped up on DDG while he was at the movies with a female friend and tried to fight the woman. She's crazy. You see what you think is cheating on him or cheating on you, you either decide to stay with him or break up. No, she's crazy. She is absolutely insane.
Somebody is tracking us. We in the car. Bro, where that motherfucker at? Where that motherfucker at? You feel me? We like, what? Bro, somebody got there tagging this truck, bro. If it ain't me, it ain't you. What up? Bro, when did you park the car at? We outside, listen, we outside the truck like this. Looking up under the truck like, you feel me? Did somebody glue this one? You know what I'm saying?
And who else is involved now is none other than DDG's mama. All right, I'm not going to go through all of this right here, but you can see the 2 pages. You can pause it and read it all on your own if you do so choose. But within this declaration document, she is claiming that she has found multiple Apple AirTags in DDG's vehicles, allegedly implanted by Haley Bailey. The first AirTag was discovered in June 2023 in his Maybach. Daryl called me that night stating that the petitioner, Haley Bailey, had shown up uninvited to a movie theater in Beverly Hills where he was attending a film with a female friend. The petitioner called me directly that night, angrily stating that she knew where DDG was and made threats to F him up. George and I drove to the theater out of concern for DDG's safety. When we arrived, we saw Haley outside of the theater, visibly upset and attempting to confront and physically fight the woman he was with. I personally intervened to help de-escalate the situation. There's also a photo that he submitted that I can't show here of a gash on his thumb, which was to explain how she got her tooth chipped. Remember in that original court filing, she had a chipped tooth. Now, at the time I said that it's crazy that she has a chipped tooth and no visible markings on her face. How did that even happen? Usually, if someone punches you in your mouth enough to chip a tooth.
Why pamper your face but give your body the bare minimum? Get Hydration Boost Body Wash with hyaluronic acid.
Usually there's some other damage, busted lip, cut, something. So this injury could explain how the chipped tooth happened. Here goes some more crazy text messages from her. I will be successful. I don't need to be with someone who was going to demean me. You like that? I'm insecure and makes you feel good about yourself. I'm not doing this anymore. Keep your phone. Again, this is all within like a minute. But when I die, don't say ish. Don't come to my funeral or anything. F you. Be happy that these are the last texts that you will get from me. This is in 2022, so obviously that was not true. I've had enough. I don't want to talk to you ever again. Please don't contact me. If you need me, please reach out to my sister. I hate you. You are the most horrible person I've ever met. This is less than an hour later. I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. When sue about exchanging my son in a money deal for views and openly flirt and help every other woman in the world but me. Yeah, the more that I read this, it just sounds like this is a control thing. Sounds like he wasn't done in the world with different women, and Haley thought that having a baby with him was going to make him chill out or settle down. You hate me and want me to. I want to die. Because this is so crazy. I'm not going to read this one, but you can read this line right here and this line right here to understand. Then it looks like DDG shows her a picture of their son in order to make her stop what she's contemplating doing. And the wild update to all of this is that a judge, with all of this proof, all of this evidence, the testimony, the written statement from his mom, the judge denies DDG's temporary restraining order
Who's the
against
judge?
Haley Bailey. And a couple of things come to mind of this. I think that she got the one up on him by filing first. There was also some video evidence within her filing as well, which could have led to this decision, or this was destined to fail.
I'm curious. What did he deny? Or she deny? On request to I want to see who the judge is. Who's the judge? Why are they not showing who the judge is, even given the judge? Why? They give all the other judges' names out. Why not this one? Insufficient evidence. We just saw a whole bunch of evidence that's not insufficient. Your USA Today, knock it off. In my computer. Yeah, and if she does take the kid overseas and the kid mysteriously dies, they're not going to blame her. They'll blame him for being an unfit father and an unfit boyfriend for not helping Haley. He doesn't have what it takes to help her. She needs professional help. They're still not showing who the judge is. To me, that is a red flag. Why are you not showing who the judge is? There's got to be a reason with all that stuff. You can't just chuck it up to, well, she was upset. There's a child's life at stake. And we've seen now too many times women cause accidents that kill their kids and doesn't do anything to them, stick their kids in ovens and cooks them, actually calls the fathers so they can hear the kids screaming while they're dying. How do we know she's not going to do that? You've got to protect the kid. No. Protect her at all cost. Get out of here.
Fail from the start because of women receiving so much more preferential treatment in the eyes of these judges. Now, if his goal was to expose her behavior in a way that's not seen as being petty, right? He's exposing it for a reason, which is to not allow this custody to leave. If that was his goal and solely his goal, then I would say mission accomplished, because now we have all of this evidence into her true character outside of her admitting her true character.
But when I was defending, bro, y'all thought I was doing too much. The court documents finally got released. So not only did she lie about the whole, oh, he hit my head on the steering wheel incident, she was the one who was actually accusing him from hitting, punching.
Wasn't it just proven Meg the Stallion lied? And she kept the lie going for how many years? There's a problem with women, especially women of today.
Put an air tags in his vehicle so she knows where he's going. And when they found out that she was pregnant with Halo, they both decided, all right, we're going to co-parent regardless of our situation. And she had went and she had took the...
Dad, come on, let's go.
I'm working on it.
From watching her first hockey game to
the first pill. Why? Because she didn't like the way that DG was treating her. On Mother's Day, she literally took this man's arm. It didn't have no safety. And he had to say that, oh, I'm finna call the cops in 5 minutes because I don't want you to do anything stupid. Like, he was really the victim the entire time.
Yep.
And then saying that she's gonna unalive herself because she found out that he had with Lala apparently in Mexico. Threatening him with not seeing his son.
But no matter what, this is just sad that it's turned into this at this point. I mean, this is a full-blown out custody war.
Yep.
And the person that is suffering the most is the child.
I can't stand people that throw a rock and hide their hand. And like DDG trying to act like Hallie is mentally unstable by showing these text messages. Do y'all not peep this is on Mother's Day? Did y'all not peep this is on her first Mother's Day?
Who cares?
Where she's asking him, basically, I thought we'd do something that I would want to do because it's Mother's Day.
But if they're
so
not
that
together,
is justification
why?
to trip out and say that you're going to yourself. That's justification.
Another delusional chick right there.
They will justify anything in order to feel correct. It's actually insane.
He doesn't even respond until 10 o'clock at night. And at that point, he's trying to make it seem like she basically is threatening to hurt herself. Why do you think she was threatening to hurt herself?
Wow.
Why are you defending her threatening to hurt herself because of this? This is another problem.
Because she was absolutely depressed in that moment because the man that she has been telling the world is a good guy right, has turned out to be a damn bad guy, basically. Let's put.
See what I mean? He couldn't deal with her bullshit. He wants to leave her. She's doing everything to say, no, you can't. And if you continue to do this, you ain't going to see your kid. Then she's making all these threats. This woman right here is another delusional person who needs serious mental treatment.
Put it that way, a bad guy. You know, where again, months ago, they didn't announce their breakup till October 2024. This is May 2024, where she's asking him to do something with her on Mother's Day, her first Mother's Day. And let's not think.
So, if they're not together, he doesn't have to. Oh, but she's the mother of his child, so send her a bouquet of flowers. That's it. He doesn't have to take her out in the town and make it seem like they're together when they're not and all this other crap.
Think about what he did this Mother's Day to her. So basically, he's damn near tried to ruin both her Mother's Day, as if she's not worthy of having a good. See how these men do?
Where did you get that from? See how these women do? This woman's in the wrong, and so is Haley Bailey.
I will never raise a boy. I'm a boy mom, but not like this. To where your son will treat you good as a mother, as his mother, but go out here and ruin his own child's mother.
So, the woman he's not with, but it's the mother of his child, he needs to say screw his own mother for her. Would she have wanted them to do something together? No, she came right out and said something I wanted to do. She's crazy and this woman's crazy.
We only have the text messages in the conversation. We don't know if they were actually texting each other. But again, to watch people justify now having a threat on her, like he has recognized her degree of crazy. Mm-hmm. He doesn't want to be controlled by her.
Nope.
And he knows that getting up with her is just going to be a lot of drama for the day. So he don't want nothing to do with it.
Yep.
The relationship was probably already on the
that?
rocks. And they don't find that level of importance in a man-made holiday, as if it being Mother's Day justifies the crazy response. Nevertheless, guys, I'm going to end the content right here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment box down below in regards to this situation.
My comment is, women today are nuts. Single mothers are nuts. You're not together. At most, you should have gotten a bouquet of flowers, and that's it. No, I thought we'd do what I want to do and forget about his mother. Because his mother doesn't count, only she counts. Whoever taught Haley Bailey this and that other woman this, taught them wrong.